Masked Singer fans, what's going on? Joey Contino here, and I guess officially the Masked Singer is in full swing, as this past Wednesday was the season 11 premiere, and it was such a fun episode. Let's be honest. Kevin Hart, which if you didn't watch, Kevin Hart was revealed to be the book, though he revealed himself. So do you consider that a reveal? It was a prank, or whatever you want to call it. And that episode was so much fun, but now that we're fully back into doing this for the next at least 15 weeks, it's time to start doing some reveals. And as you know, we've got 16 costumes this year. Funny enough, they officially announced 8 of them. Then the day of the show, they announced, not really, they kind of showed a board showing 8 other costumes. So we now know officially all of them, which we'll do a video about another time. But as you may know, during the show, every Friday, we do a reveal. I go down, I watch the show, I write down every single clue I can find, then I get the pitch correct audio, which if you don't know, every single week, Fox airs these clue packages for these celebrities, and that clue package is the real celebrity speaking. So Fox takes that audio, which they record, and they throw it through a program on Pro Tools. They speed up the audio, they pitch it up or pitch it down. That way you have no idea who it is. They do that because usually if someone's speaking, you can understand if they have an accent or maybe something in their voice that makes them stand out. Maybe it's a little raspy or maybe they speak like this. So they do that to kind of confuse you. But I'm an executive audio producer, where it's my job to make audio sound good. And so from the first episode of The Masked Singer, I realized I could just slow it down and pitch correct it, and then I could hear the real celebrity voice. So while I'm doing all the clues, and I'm writing down all the clues for these characters, I'm also going through the audio and then grabbing it, editing it down, because the whole package is like a minute and a half, edit to like 45 seconds. Then I pitch correct it, and along with my clues and the pitch correct audio, I try to guess who I think it is. And so we do this every single Friday, and today is going to be the first one. In yesterday's video, I asked you guys, I said, hey, who do you want me to reveal this week? And obviously, there's only been 1 week of clues. So for the other 4 characters, you got Starfish, you've got Lovebird, you got Goldfish, and you got Ugly Sweater. I said to you in that video, I said there's 2 I know off the bat. One of them was Goldfish, which, I mean, we could all agree we know who that one is, right? We'll save that one for another one, next week's Group B anyway. So I said you either got them or we can go with Starfish. And a lot of you guys said, well, we already know who the Goldfish is without really doing much of the research. You kind of just tell from her voice and some of the clues. So let's go ahead and do the Starfish. So, okay. This is going to be the first reveal of the season. And so far, in, I guess now 11 seasons of The Masked Singer, I've got every single person right except for 2. Do you know which 2? I still... Dr. Drew and Jorge. It's sad. All that being said, let's go through the clues, which is really not a lot. Okay, so we're going to go through the clues, then I'll play the pitch correct audio for you in full. Then I would suggest that you pause it and then kind of get your clues together and take your own guess, and then play it to see what I'm going to reveal. Then we'll answer all those questions. So when it comes to the Starfish, I'm not going to read exactly word for word what she says, but here's kind of like the cliff notes. She says, when I started out, I was serving steaks to the stars with nothing to my name. So someone, just like every actor, they always start out in restaurants or in jobs that, you know, kind of is what it is. You have to get your foot in the door, and usually when it comes with working in restaurants, you can like call off if you've got an audition, especially if you live in Hollywood. She said she rubbed elbows with Steve Martin and Whitney Houston, but all she heard was, check please, check please. Then she got a gig of a lifetime, quote, one that would make my name known worldwide. She said, so trust that your yes is coming, or just find a rich sugar little mama, it's so funny, like me, to mooch off of. And then we had some visual clues. We saw a cup of office supplies, okay, a sign that says no shirt, no shoes, no Starfish. Then we saw a 4-leaf clover, a bottle of PA's Sunscreen with Pennsylvania on the logo, a stuffed doll, and then lots of mask bucks. kind of like money. Then we had an on-stage clue, which she says, and it's a clock, it says 50 billion on it. She says, of course, I've been streamed over 50 billion minutes, and that was just in 1 year. Then she came out and performed Madonna's Material Girl. And then the judges guessed in who they thought it was. They clearly thought it was someone with a big comedic background because the two big guesses were Catherine O'Hara, which I would love for her to be on here. So please, I would love that. And Molly Shannon from SNL, another one who's fantastic. But now, let's go through the pitch correct audio, something that I think you need to hear. I'm going to play the original audio they gave us as like an example for you, and then I'll play my pitch correct audio. Then I want you to guess on who you think it is. Take a listen.
I was just starting out. I was serving steaks to the stars with nothing to my name.
I was just starting out. I was serving steaks to the stars with nothing to my name. I rubbed elbows with the likes of Steve Martin and Whitney Houston. But all I heard was, Jack, please. Then I got the gig of a lifetime, one that would make my name known worldwide. Now I have it all, and I can afford it. So trust that your yes is coming. Or just find a rich sugar mama like me to mooch off of.
Who do you think that is? I think it's Kate Flannery. And let's compare the pitch correct audio with her speaking, and then we'll compare her singing, meaning the Starfish, and then we'll go to Kate. So take a listen.
I rubbed elbows with the likes of Steve Martin and Whitney Houston.
I invited him to my comedy act but I invited all the guys in the crew. Like I know, right?
I am a material girl.
Oh, baby, that's her. 100%. You could totally tell in the voice, the way that she sings, and she's done things on Broadway, so it's not like she doesn't sing. Actually, she put out a Christmas album? Right? I think she did. She put out a Christmas album. But let's go ahead and answer these clues. Talking about rubbing elbows with the stars at Whitney Houston. In her book, she actually mentions that she waited on Whitney Houston, Bruce Willis, and a couple other famous folks. So that adds up. She talks about getting a job, one in a lifetime kind of job. She's talking about The Office, of course. That's a big one right there. Visual clues. We saw office supplies, The Office. It makes a lot of sense. No shirt, no shoes, no starfish. I feel like it's a joke on the beach episode of The Office. If you know, you know. When we saw the 4-leaf clover, she is Irish, and then her father owned an Irish bar. A bottle of PA. Well, Scranton, PA is where The Office is based off of, but I believe she's a Philly girl. So PA kind of works both there. Then we saw the doll. The doll was kind of interesting because, as I told you before, she was on Broadway. And because of that, there's a couple of shows she's done that you may not know about. One was called Valley of the Dolls. That was in 1996. So she was young when she did that one. Then the on-stage clue, talking about 50 billion minutes streamed. She's talking about The Office. 57 billion minutes streamed is actually the exact number by Neeson, who's reported that a few years back. Then there's one more clue. And I say one more clue because I want you to come step out with me and realize that a very, very important thing. A lot of the celebrities that we see on The Masked Singer have done other shows that are produced by The Masked Singer, such as Dancing with the Stars. And would you believe that Kate was on Dancing with the Stars, I think season 28? Was it 2019, I believe? 2019 feels like forever ago because of COVID. So, because she was on that show, the probability of her being on this show is even higher. With all that being said, do you agree with me or do you disagree with me? If you disagree with me, let me know who you think it is, because you never know. As I always say, you're never right until someone is revealed. Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.